I found such a great way to start seeds. I just had to share it with everybody else. But the potting mix here is just coco coir and perlite, and you just get coco coir and soak it. It's bricks, and you just soak it, and then it comes apart. And I'm putting it here in clay pots. And the deeper, the bigger the seed, the deeper you need to plant it. But so most of them are already just barely covered, or that's about it. You can see how in the picture here how I'm doing it. But then I just buried them in the ground to keep animals from knocking them over. And then you can see here after just a few days, these moss roses came up, and look at them now after a couple of weeks. I always had in the past had a lot of trouble starting moss roses, so I was really happy the way these come up so fast, and they'll drop seeds everywhere. So if I just let them bloom in the pot, I'm thinking that I'll have them all over in this flower bed without having to buy trays of them all the time. But so I'm just going to leave these here and let them bloom, and I was really happy the way they just came up in a few days in this pot, and then they're growing so well. So I would like to, in the future, I'd like to have this whole flower bed just covered with moss roses. Here is some that self-seeded themselves from some that I had planted in here. And so I'm trying it now with some different flowers. I got 3 packages of flower seed as a gift, and so I'm planting them now, and I'm doing it the same way, just barely covering them in these pots of just coco coir and perlite. And in fact, I have a big tub of it over there beside my potting bench here. And so I'm just, one of these is hollyhocks, and those need to be deeper, but no more than a ½ inch for sure. But some seeds, like really super small ones, like those moss roses, they could almost just be on top. Some seeds need light, and some seeds need dark. And but as a side point right here, I'm planting these seeds. I'm not following any of the directions. One of these seed packages, they said to put it in a window. It's just July. I'm not going to be putting seed package in July in the middle. Anyway, I put them in the ground to keep the animals and everything from. I think in the past I've had trouble with squirrels digging in flower pots, but I was hoping that if the flower pot was buried in the ground. You can see here the hollyhocks did really good, but this one here, the leaves, because I've got a big thick leaf mulch here. This is actually my asparagus bed here, but the leaves just kind of blew on top of the flower pot and kept the poppies from blooming. But there's a few of them in there. Poppies self-seed really well too. This one here, I forget now what it is. Oh, this is Sweet William. It self-seeds itself. It's a perennial, but it also self-seeds pretty good too. You can see the asparagus there in the background. And there's some strawberries in there too. You can see that. You know, here's a one out front. This is a lupine that's self-seeded, but it's self-seeded from the other end of the flower bed. That's a calendula. I had a flower pot of them sitting right here next to the bird bath, and it's self-seeded into the flower bed right next to the flower pot. I thought that was kind of cool. And here's my flower bed. I don't have much that's blooming this time of the year, and I'm going to, I think, put a bunch of other flowers out there that I've got started to seed out back. Some black-eyed Susans and everything. And here is those moss roses that did so well in this flower pot. I think this is so cool because I've never been able to start moss roses from seed before because they're such small seeds. So here's those flowers that I'm going to dig up and move out back. I'm probably going to wait till this fall to do that.